And welcome to our final episode of the season. This week we flash you guys back to when this show was Take 5. I'm your host, Mary Grace Rice, and we have a review of Monster House. I give you the 5 films you should see this summer, and Zach's final Mighty Morphin Madness. Plus, we have something special for you guys before the second commercial break. Later on, we put Andy's Star Wars knowledge to the test in a new segment called How Much Do You Really Know? But first, let's talk about some TV news. HBO's biggest show's final season is still a year away, but it has already broken records. In an Instagram post, Game of Thrones assistant director Jonathan Quinlan thanked the cast and crew from an unprecedented 55-night battle scene. The scene was shot over 11 weeks in 3 different locations. It's hard to say if this battle is the series' final battle, but it is a safe bet. We will have to wait a whole other year to see this big battle scene. Now let's take it to the final installment of Mighty Morphin Madness with Zach Brown.
Welcome to the final episode of Mighty Morphin Madness with your host, Zach Brown, where we get to talk about everybody's favorite teenagers with attitude, the Power Rangers.
What is that odious stench? Smells like teenagers.
In this episode, I want to do a review of Mighty Morphin Madness as a whole. Overall, the show has had a total of 20 episodes and has been on Nerd Central since the beginning. Welcome to the debut episode of Mighty Morphin Madness, where me, your host Zach Brown, talks about everybody's favorite teenagers with attitude, the Power Rangers. During the show, I have covered 10 seasons of the Power Rangers, including my all-time favorites, Power Rangers in Space and Power Rangers Zeo, both major motion pictures, and the 2 sister series to the Power Rangers, VR Troopers and Big Bad Beetleborgs. Also during Mighty Morphin Madness, I have done 2 specials, including the Halloween special and the Justice League and Power Rangers comic book crossover special. In this special episode, I get to talk about the special comic book crossover with the DC Universe and the greatest team of teenage superheroes, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I also have done 2 episodes sharing my top 5 Megazords and top 5 Red Power Rangers, with the original Dinozord and the Red Space Ranger being my personal favorites. I also got to interview fellow nerd and member of Nerdmageddon, Court Jensen, about the Power Rangers on an episode in February.
About 11-ish, something like that. It was whatever channel it happened to be on, it was very, very early on. Like early in the morning.
Power Rangers has had a total of 25 seasons, with the 26th season Power Rangers Beast Morphers, which will premiere sometime in the next 2 to 3 years. Mighty Morphin Madness has been a fun show to produce each week, and I will miss making it for KNWT Channel 8 and Nerd Central. This has been Zach Brown for Mighty Morphin Madness, signing off for the last time. Now back to Nerd Central.
Thanks, Zach, for another amazing pack and for the past year of Mighty Morphin Madness. You will truly be missed. If you guys would like to see all of the installments of Mighty Morphin Madness back to back, you can head over to KNWT's YouTube page. Now, let's take it to Keegan Cooper's review of Monster House.
Hello everyone and welcome to the last episode of this year on KNWT Channel 8's Nerd Central and last review with your boy Keegan Cooper this year. I've had a great time this year and without further ado, let's close out the year with my review of Monster House. Now every neighborhood has that house that no one is sure about what happens there or who lives there. And there's this one house that truly is a monster. This movie, first of all, has everything you look for in an animated scary movie. It's funny, scary, serious, sad, and has a great story. The things that go bump in the night will come out in this movie, and the entire house is really bumping. 3 kids must go on a journey to stop this monstrous house, and no one in the neighborhood believes them, so it's up to their intelligence and their can-do attitudes to take down this house and save their neighborhood. As they go through the story, they build friendships and learn that the old man living in this house isn't really the bad guy, but indeed a victim, because the house has been possessed by his wife, who, before dying, was held captive as a circus performer, and he rescued her. She now possessing the house is causing all kinds of problems to get back at the people who held her captive, not realizing that those people are long gone. In the end, the 3 kids are able to defeat the house, saving the old man from the neighborhood. This movie is great. I highly recommend it. A great story filled with everything you looked for in an animated scare. Just remember, don't ever go on the lawn. That's all the time I got for you here. Great way to close out the summer with a great scary animated movie. My name is Keegan Cooper, signing off for the summer here on KNWT Channel 8's Nerd Central. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Keegan. We are going to take a short break, but stay with us as we have my 5 films you should see this summer. Plus, we put Andy's Star Wars knowledge to the test. You're watching Nerd Central's flashback special of Take 5. Stay with us. Welcome back to Nerd Central's flashback special of Take 5. Let's talk about some movie news. So, we already knew a 4th film involving Andy's toys was coming when it was announced in 2014, but now we have a confirmed release date. Josh Cooley, the director behind Inside Out, is directing the film, with Jonas Rivera, director of Coco, co-directing. No news on what the film will be about since the original director, John Lasseter, left the project when he went on a leave of absence amid allegations. The film will be released on June 21st, 2019. Speaking of Pixar, The Incredibles 2 dropped its 2nd trailer on Friday the 13th. Picking up right where the first film left off, the Pars must now deal with Helen, aka Elastigirl, being forced back into superhero business, leaving Bob, aka Mr. Incredible, home with the 3 kids, including baby Jack Jack and his newly discovered powers. The film will be released on June 15th. Now, here are my 5 films that you guys should check out this summer. Today, I'm coming at you with my top 5 list of movies I'm looking forward to this summer. And no, none of them are Star Wars. Actually, the first one is far from it. It's the musical Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. This movie is about Sophie learning all about her mother's past while handling her own pregnancy, and it's basically going to be a throwback to when Donna was young and on the island. Now, I was already a fan of the first Mamma Mia, and when I watched the trailer for the second one, I got the same great feeling that the first movie gave me. Plus, all the same actors are coming back, and there will be new ones. I'm talking Meryl Streep, Lily James, Amanda Seyfried, and Cher. Cher is going to be in this movie. It just looks like a blast. The release date for Mamma Mia is July 20th. Next on my list is probably the most anticipated movie of the summer, Avengers Infinity War. If you don't already know, Avengers Infinity War is about all of the Avengers uniting as one team to fight Thanos. Literally, everything the Avengers have fought for has led up to this moment. And wow, this movie looks badass. Like, we could be expecting up to 70 characters in this movie. It's so cool to see all of our favorite superheroes in their own movies, but to bring them all together into one movie is honestly going to blow my mind. Infinity War comes out April 27th. Third on my list, I have Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. This movie takes place 4 years after the destruction of the Jurassic World theme park. Owen and Claire return to the island to save the remaining dinosaurs from a volcano eruption, but of course, they discover something much more terrifying than a volcano. I've been a fan of the Jurassic series since the original Jurassic Park movie, and honestly, I know I'm going to love this one too. Looks like there's going to be lots of dinosaurs running around, including some mutant monster dinosaurs. There's going to be some volcano explosions, and you can't forget Chris Pratt. I'm excited. The release date is June 22nd. Next, I have Deadpool 2. The movie follows the wisecracking mercenary Deadpool as he battles the powerful Cable, played by Josh Brolin, along with some other bad guys to save a little boy's life. Deadpool is such a different Marvel character, and I love him. The character himself is hysterical, and I'm a big fan of the fourth wall breaks that Deadpool does so often. Overall, the trailer looks entertaining, the returning characters are promising, and I think the movie is going to be just as brilliant as the first film. Deadpool 2 hits the big screens on May 18th. And I could not round off my top 5 list without mentioning The Incredibles 2. This time around, Elastigirl is the one who must save the day, while Mr. Incredible faces his biggest challenge yet, taking care of the Super Kids. Now, I grew up watching the original Incredibles. My dad and I love to watch it together, so this is already going to be nostalgic for me. In the last movie, we saw it ended with Jack developing powers, and I can't wait to see how Mr. Incredible deals with them and the adventure that Elastigirl gets to go on. This is going to be a great movie to watch with the family, and it comes out on June 15th. There you have it, my top 5 movies I'm anticipating this summer. This has been Mary Grace Rice reviewing for Nerd Central.
These and many other films will be releasing throughout the summer. If the weather gets too hot, be sure to head to your local theater to watch those. One last piece of movie news for you guys. We got our final trailer to the next Star Wars film in the saga. Solo, A Star Wars Story, released the trailer on April 8th, and we know a little bit more about what will happen in the film. Han Solo is offered a job and crosses paths with everyone's favorite co-pilot, Chewbacca. We also get our first meeting of Solo and the smoothest criminal in the galaxy, Lando Calrissian. The film will be released on May 25th, but we'll be getting a premiere at Cannes Film Festival in France on May 15th. Finally, with this being our last show of the season, we wanted to highlight our best experience of the season, Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City. My producer and I put together a behind-the-scenes look at the event, so take a look.
What is up, Nerd Central? It's your host, Mary Grace Rice, and I am here in the heart of Planet Comic-Con 2018 in Kansas City. It is crazy, it's a blast, it's just getting started, and we have some good footage to show you guys.
You should give it to me on camera.
We are rolling.
Oh, well then you did give it to me on camera. Thank you. Isn't she gorgeous?
going to do it for this week's Nerd Central. You can get caught up on all the previous episodes on the KNWT YouTube page and also follow KNWT on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and follow Nerd Central on Twitter at nerd_central_TV. We will find out once and for all if Andy really is there and not stay with us. Hello and welcome to How Much Do You Really Know? I'm your host, Mary Grace Rice, and this week we have Wells Hall resident, Star Wars fanatic, and producer of this show, Andy Johnson, to put his knowledge to the test. So the rules are simple. I have the board game Trivial Pursuit Star Wars Edition, and I will be randomly drawing cards from the deck and will be asking the questions to Andy to see how many he gets right. Full disclosure, the board game is owned by Andy, but he has no idea what questions will be asked to him. The questions asked to him are completely at random. We just want to stress that, but we know there will still be some people who, won't believe us. He's just that good. Maybe. All right, Andy, are you ready for the first question?
Ready to go?
Okay, so who is eulogized by her husband as the most loving partner a man could ever have?
There's only one couple in the entire Star Wars saga.
So?
Anakin and Padme.
What about Shmi Skywalker? Because that's the answer and you just got it wrong! Which Sith Lord was assassinated by the apprentice he schooled in the secrets of creating life?
So the apprentice is actually, he never says it, but it's Emperor Palpatine, but the master is Darth Plagueis, the Wise.
You were right. So who picks Jango Fett's helmet off the arena floor?
That would be his son, if you will. It's his unaccelerated clone, Boba Fett.
You are right. Which twosome hires a droid-driven rickshaw for a ride to Watto's junk shop?
That he picks up from Watto's shop, right?
Yes.
What was
hires a droid-driven rickshaw for a ride to Watto's junk shop?
Oh, that would be Anakin and Padme.
You're right.
That's episode 2.
Ding ding. Okay, what type of Imperial vehicle is toppled on Endor by an avalanche of rolling logs?
Okay, I know the first 2 letters of it. I know the acronym of it. It's All-Terrain Special Transport?
Or
ATST.
Imperial Scout Walker.
In ATST.
Who did George Lucas describe as a cynical, world-weary pessimist?
I'm just gonna guess Luke.
You're wrong, it's Han Solo.
That makes sense, actually.
Which 4 words of warning for future trench runs does Gold 5 communicate before he crashes into the Death Star?
It's all up to you or something like that.
Nope, that's not it.
That's fine.
They came from behind.
Oh yeah, that was Darth Vader.
Who tells Luke that your insight serves you well? 3,
Insight.
2, 1. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I was literally just about
I love
to say,
saying that.
I was literally just about to say Obi-Wan.
Who takes one look at the Millennium Falcon and tells Han, "You came in
That's
that
Princess
thing.
Leia.
You're braver than I
That's
thought."
Princess Leia.
You're right. She's so sassy.
That was literally her first line.
Leia.
You knew exactly her character after that. You're just like, you came in that? You're a lot bolder than I thought.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought.
Nice, come on.
Who declares the power you give me I will lay down when this crisis has abated?
Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Which crew member boards a Naboo fighter from underneath the tail section? The tail section.
Crew member?
Yes.
Underneath it?
Yes.
And they,
Come on, this is so easy.
the only ones that load up the Naboo fighter from underneath are the droids. The only one I see is R2. I only see R2.
It just says droid.
Oh, okay.
Who lags behind on the stairs while Padme and Anakin Skywalker tote their own luggage to Naboo's palace?
Who stays behind?
Mm-hmm.
R2.
Yes. Which dignitary is pleased to announce the start of the executions, and Geonosis?
The person who announces it is Hoggle the Lesser.
Yes. What does Obi-Wan Kenobi call an elegant weapon for a more civilized age?
A lightsaber.
We should have brought those. We should have
Lightsaber?
just had a lightsaber
Well-
battle whenever that word came up immediately.
Then it would have given away. Like, oh, its an answer is lightsaber.
True. Who was the first to suspect foul play in Senator Amidala's Coruscant bedroom but doesn't do anything about it?
Either Captain Typho or Anakin.
Nope.
Neither of them?
Nope.
Probably Obi-Wan.
No, you are so wrong. You're so wrong. It's just, it really hurts how wrong you are. You took 3 guesses and weren't even close. It's R2-D2. Who barks, "Shield up," just before the Millennium Falcon buzzes the Avengers Bridge? We don't have time for that.
Probably Captain Vita or like.
You're right!
Yeah, it's Captain Vita.
Which creatures believe themselves to be descendants of the Great Tree? It's easy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. If I'm having trouble with this is not easy.
All right, 3,
Yeah, just
2,
answer it.
1. Ewok.
Okay, that's new.
Who nearly succumbs to Anakin Skywalker's force choke on Mustafar?
Mustafar as Padme.
You're right.
Yep, Padme.
Okay.
His pregnant wife at the time.
Dang, she was pregnant?
Yeah.
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
No!
Let her go, Anakin! Let her go!
Who operates the manual release for the Millennium Falcon's landing claw?
Claw, probably Empire Strikes Back.
It's Chewbacca. All
I
right.
didn't say anything.
You took too
I was
long.
gonna say Leia, so I was definitely wrong.
Who answers Padme's concern that the Queen will not approve with? The Queen doesn't need to know.
Oh, who says that? Oh, that's Qui-Gon. Yeah, it's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. What objects do rebels discover on Hoth, prompting the evacuation of their base?
The all-terrain attack transports, or the AT-ATs or AT-ATs. That's
The
all the names.
Imperial probe droid.
I got it wrong. That's right, they did.
Who sinks to the periscope depth after a leap into the Dune Sea?
Maybe Tatooine or Jakku. Nobody sinks in Jakku. Oh well, I give up.
It's R2-D2. How could you forget that?
Oh right, after Jabba's
Yes,
palace.
after-
Yeah,
yes.
after the execution.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, that one.
Who growls, "You won this small toss, Outlander, but you won't win the race"? Who do I sound
Watto.
like? Yes. Who confesses, "I'm a Jedi. I know I'm better than this"?
Sounds like an Anakin thing to say.
Oh, it was an Anakin thing to say
It
because you
sounded
just got it
It
right.
sounds like an Anakin thing. He's kind of cocky about it.
Who describes the disguised Princess Leia as fearless and inventive?
Jabba.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got that. What vehicle spotted by C-3PO on Tatooine prompts him to shout, "A transport? I'm saved"?
Oh, that was the, it's what the US Bank Stadium and the Viking Stadium, that's what it looks like. It's a sandcrawler.
Yes. Ding ding.
Look at it from the side. Okay, that's my camera. Look at it from the side. Look at the US Bank Stadium from the side. It looks like a sandcrawler.
time to tell R2-D2 that Anakin is under a lot of stress. Who's looking out for him?
C-3PO.
Yes,
everybody,
you're right.
Everybody knows C-3PO is looking out for him.
Yes, okay. Who covers his escape from the Geonasian area with an escort of 2 Geonasian starfighters? Geonosian?
Yes, it's Count Dooku.
Or
Darth Tyrannus. If you wanna get technical.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
That's right, I did.
Okay, the Emperor uses the Force to remove what from Luke? Something like this.
It's lightning. It's Force lightning. Like I know that that's the only Force he uses in the entire saga.
Okay, but
so he basically takes his life. Takes his life away.
He tries to take handcuffs. Who are Han and Luke searching for when they set off into the Endor forest?
Who are they trying to find?
Yes.
Trying to find Leia.
Yes.
But they're also trying to find the shield generator.
Ding ding.
They're also trying to find the shield generator. But that's just me.
The shield generator?
Yeah. The Death Star has a shield generator around it from the planet, the forest moon of Endor, and they have to disable it.
Wow, that's interesting.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
Who notes that the Jedi Council is asking him to commit treason?
Anakin.
Yes, you're right. Yes. Okay, how about this?
All right,
what planet gives Yoda reason to declare around the survivors a perimeter create?
Geonosis.
Yes, you're right. Thank you for watching the first installment of How Much Do You Really Know? Andy, I'll admit it, you got more questions than I thought you were gonna get. You are a Star Wars expert, even though some of the questions did kick your butt.
They did. They did.
But
yeah.
You did good. You did well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nerdmageddon is next, and we'll see you guys next season. Calrissian, 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 Calrissian. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerd Central. If you want to watch last week's episode, you can click right here. To watch Nerdmageddon's latest episode, click right there. And if you like all of KNWT's content, click the subscribe button right over there. See you guys next season.